Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Agri. This is our lecture series for IBPS for mains exam and also useful for other agriculture exams. Today in this session we will be dealing with another important topic of agriculture engineering, that is agriculture structures. Before that, let me introduce myself. I am your mentor Pawan Kumar. I have completed my UG from US Raichur and currently pursuing my masters in plant pathology from UHS Shimoga. As I told, today we will be dealing with agriculture structures. We will start with the term farmstead and the farm. When we are learning about the farm structures, the farmstead and the farm, these two terminologies are very important. We should be having clear understanding about the difference between these two things. When I say farmstead, it constitutes the buildings and the service area associated with the farms. They are only the physical structures, that is buildings. Whereas when I say farm, it is both constituting the field plus farm buildings. Altogether, we will be calling the farm. Now it is very clear from both definitions, that is farm is the broader term, whereas the farmstead is a narrow term. Farmstead is coming under the farm. And next we should learn what are the factors we should consider while establishing the farmstead. First we should select a location. Location selection is very important. Where that location should be means it should be near to the good transport roads, good transport, and next good water facility should be there, that is water supply should be there, and good drainage should be there, good drainage, and it should have some sufficient number of trees so that good drainage, sorry, and it should have sufficient amount of trees so that it will be providing the shade for the livestock as well as for the human beings. And this is the thing what I have explained now. These are the reasons and the criteria we should be selecting while constructing the location for the choosing the location for the farmstead. And overall, what is our objective and what is the purpose of selecting a proper location is in order to reduce our maintenance cost. Maintenance cost, if you have to reduce, means you should select your location of the farmstead well. Maintenance cost. This is the key objective why we are doing it. And other purpose is to have an good sanitation, that is to maintain a hygienic condition. That location should be also very good. And other thing why we are supposed to have trees around our farmstead is, sometimes if any high wind velocities and dust storms are coming, they will be obstructed by our trees so that it will be providing safety for human beings and animals along with the shade. Next, planning for farm residence. We should plan our farm residence such a way that farmhouse should be in between the farmstead, that is farm buildings, so that you can manage all the things very well. And if the farmhouse is far than the outside this farmstead, you have to come again and you should look, it is will be hectic and it will be not in a productive way. So farmhouse should be in between the farmstead. And next, what are the defects we observe in the farm villages houses? There will be no waterproof and windows will be small, rooms will be small, and kitchen will be also small. And if this is a condition, then you can't accommodate the things very well. And most of the time in farmhouse which are in villages, they are keeping the animals outside, but sometimes that is very hygienic and some the pests and some many insects may come on the animals and they may infect those animals as well. So you should provide the shelter for the animals like livestock etc inside the house in a good shelter way. And next, waste disposal is also done oftenly surrounding the that farmhouse. It is also not good because it should be done in scientific way so that it will not create any unhygienic conditions and any diseases will not be spread also. And then what are the good facilities that we have to have in our farmhouse means, should having the farmhouse nearby that the good animal shelter there should be there, food store, food grain store, and kitchen with good ventilation, and they should be having some kitchen garden, biogas plant, and space for washing, etc. These should be considered while constructing the good house. And from the exam point of view, from this session you should be very clear that which agriculture structure is used for which purpose. Now when I say barn, it is used for number of purpose, mainly for providing the shelter for livestock. Along with that, sometimes it will be used to store the livestock feed such as hay and grain, and sometimes even you will be storing the machines as well. And next, chicken. It is the structure which is used to keep the chickens, especially female ones. And other primary objective is to protect the chickens from the bad weather and also to provide a place where they can lay their eggs for the easy collection. And the chicken house should also have some good door facility so that they can get observe the sunlight minimum very well. Next, brooder house. This is the very special structure for keeping the young livestock especially for the poultry it is very suitable, and this brooder house will keep those animals warm. And next, cow shed. This is the cow shed which you are seeing, and this is the brooder house, and they are designed to keep the cows. Next term is shed. This is the where you will be keeping your agriculture equipments, or you will be using this particular shed as an workshop. Sometimes you will be using this also to store the products. And next, greenhouse. Greenhouse is specialized structure and which is usually used in modern agriculture, where you will be having regulated weather conditions to grow the crops. And next, it is with respect to the milking shed, where you will be which will be used for milking purpose primarily, and also provide the hygienic shelter condition for the. Next, this is the glass house, and this is the poly house, and this is the biogas unit, and this is the poly house where we are growing crops under the controlled condition. And this is very important to note. See, the lifespan should be remembered for the exam point of view. In MCQs, you will be getting these questions. When I say glass and acrylic sheet, the lifespan is about 20 years, and for polycarbonate and fiber F1 polyethylene, 5 to 12 years, and for polyethylene, which is stabilized for UV rays, 2 to 6 months, and for ideal greenhouse reacting cover, it should be optimum 10 to 20 years should be the useful life, so that you can reduce the cost. Otherwise, what happens if the lifespan of the particular polythene sheet which are using only for 5-6 years, frequently you should be replacing, and that cost will become more. So which covering material you are selecting, it should have larger lifespan. Next, PVC film is for 4 to 5 years, PVC rigid panel 5 years, and FRP, it's average 5 to 10 years. If you are upgrading it to next better grade, it will be giving up to 20 years lifespan. And for acrylic polycarbonate rigid pen, it is for 15 years, and the thickness should be 16 to 18 mm. And for PAR light transmission, it is suitable is 83%. That PR stands for photosynthetic active radiation. That light transmission should be 83%. And next, I was to saying that biogas unit is also one of the component of the farm state conditions. Their thing you should remember is the percentage of carbon dioxide is from 32 to 45%, and what is the ratio of cow dung to water is 4 to 5. For 4 kg of cow dung, should be having adding the 5 liter of water, and the capacity varies from 2 to 150 meter cube. It is a general capacity of the biogas plant units, and you should be maintaining the pH of slurry between 7 to 8, and the thermal efficiency of the biogas is up to 60%. And next, this is the vermicompost uh, overall table that have been depicted over here. You should be observing which kind of method is used, and within the what is the duration for getting this particular vermicompost from that particular compost pit. Sometimes it may be a vermicompost, or some many other compost can also be generated from in these general composting techniques. If you are using earthworms, you will be getting vermicompost. And in general, if you look into the table, very less duration means it is from IBPS rapid composting. You are getting here the compost earlier. And please pause the video and take a screenshot, and you can analyze yourself. And next, agriculture structure is farm fencing. See, it is usually done in order to prevent the passing of animals. For example, if goat rearing is done, to prevent the escape of that goats, the farm fencing is also used in some case. And farm fencing can also be done using the live hedges, or the wire fencing, or the components in general. And but the compound wall construction is way costlier, so usually we will be going for wire fencing. And next, when I say wire, mesh wire, here mesh wires are generally convenient for cattle sheds and poultry houses, whereas barbed wire is used for demarcating the boundaries. In the exam, it will be asked like barbed wire is used for which purpose? That is for demarcating the boundaries, and mesh wire is used for cattle sheds and the poultry houses. Next, upright posts are made up of wood, usually cheaper, but lifespan of these wood upright post is not that, so you will be using some concrete one. And this is the ideal height, that are 1.8 meter to 2.1 meter length, and the size of post being 12.5 centimeter square inches. These dimensions you should remember. And next, simple farm gates, in order to prevent the trespass of the workers, or to provide some security, it will be done. And usually it will be with of iron. Sometimes wooden farm gates also will be there. and this is the dimension which are supposed to remember. Post should be set in the ground for 1.75 feet or 2 feet depth and should be erected. The mix of 1 is to 2.5 is to 5. This is the ratio where you are supposed to dealing with that particular post and the structural wall. This combination will be used for establishing the farm bed. Posts will be there, that is the poles, and structured, and which will be structured well along with the farm gate. Next, this is the O1 wire fence. This is O1, so you can see, right? This is a kind, and as already told, this barbed wire is used for effective fencing boundaries to prevent the animal trespassing. This particular one, wire O1 wire fence, it is difficult for the animals to trespass. And plain wires are best suited for cattle and without barbed wire as well. There is no condition that with or without barbed wire you can use, but the condition is the wire fence should be O1 so that you can prevent the trespass of animals. And moreover, here wire mesh is suitable for the poultry herds. For which condition we are using, it is also very important. For poultry, we'll be using the wire mesh. And this is all about the agriculture structures. And from Agridic team, we are having an well dedicated mock test bundle. You can purchase this. It will be containing many previous year questions and with along with solutions, and even the PPTs which were PPTs of this particular session will also be available in this particular bundle. You can get it, and it will be helping for your preparation, and hope so this will boost your preparation. Thank you.